Hey guys, what is up? It is your boy dehBoy. I'm back again with another war attack video. I'm going to be running through a bunch of my war attacks recently. I think I got some good insight on a couple of them, and figured I'd post a video on them, share them, and kind of go forward from there. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. A couple wars ago. Oh. I've had a pretty good run so far. Had a lot of little things go my way, which has been really nice. Keeping the motivation there and trying to keep the stars on the board. So still trying to attack decently high bases, but not attack too high. I want to ensure that I'm getting the 3 stars. So just trying to build more consistency around my attacks. And get my heroes up before I start going after those max Town Hall 9s and beyond. So if you take a look at this base, based on the Arena comp, it is a hog attack. I've got a golem in the CC as well, and I've got the witches to pull for the clan castle. So the clan castle clear will be with witches, and the object here is to get into the middle, get the king and the queen, and then clean up with some hogs from the back end. So we got a jump spell to help there. We got a couple wall breakers to get into some of the points. Because I really just want to get the queen, we're going to end up coming in this way. That is the worst hero I've ever seen. But we're going to pretty much drop a golem here and a golem here outside these defenses, and that's kind of how we are going to start this attack when we get to the golem part. Initially, we're going to get the CC. I think, if I recall, I take out this one right here, and as it comes in here, it gets that, or maybe on this side. I don't remember. This is a couple wars ago. But then I'm going to pull up here, do my double witch clear, which is extremely effective, especially when you have the queen. And then just kind of roll in from the top. And I will point out something when it gets a little bit closer to it, but we'll just kick it off here. So we drop the initial giant down to soak up a little bit of damage. And we're just going to do four hogs. That's all we need. And they're going to come in here. They get the whole CC pull. I can see the witch, so I know that's there. I end up getting another defense, which is really nice. So as these troops come over, I want to meet them, face head on. And we're going to drop 2, 2, and then 2. And you can see my witches are in the back. All those front forces die, and I'm going to drop a wizard or 2 to help with the damage. But if you notice, I mean, with this clear, my main DPS is still alive. All of his other DPS is gone. And now I'm starting to roll with the rest of my attack. So I drop my 1 wizard here because I want to try to section off the base. The double golems go down, the higher health golem first. Saving 2 wizards for the end. Drop my 2 wall breakers in. I had a 3rd one just in case, didn't need it. Both of those are going to come in now. Now we can drop the king. King's going to come towards the center. We're going to drop that jump spell. Get that over so the golems can jump right over. And so when the king finally sees the queen, he gets that. So I want to pause it at this point because I know one of the things that I see a lot in other attacks in my clan is what happens is people get so wrapped up with, oh man, I'm really enjoying watching this part of the attack, when really they should be considering, okay, what were the goals before, what was the goal of the first part of the attack? Well, the goal was clear the CC, get to the queen, lock her down, and kill her. Well, I've locked the queen down, I've killed the CC, and we've gotten that thing rolling. So at this point, it is time. It is time to start throwing out those hogs and start the next part of my attack. Because these defenses all around here are on top of my main force, which means the hogs in the background are going to take less damage than if I waited until everything died first. So this is a little late with the hogs, but the hogs do come out. You can see all these defenses on that golem. Means that these hogs right here don't even get touched. That bomb comes down, so I drop a healing spell. Luckily, I don't lose too many here. We're going to drop 4 more hogs near the bottom. Trying to keep an eye on the queen's health, because the queen's health did drop a little low, so I popped her ability. She ends up going down too, but at this point, we've got a lot of hogs still left. Unfortunately, I'm hitting spring traps like a boss, because that's usually what happens with me. Found all 4 of the big bombs, which was awesome too. But with what we got, we just have enough DPS to get through everything. Now, the other thing I will point out is that I won with about a half a second left on the clock, and I forgot I had this archer, and I could have started using the archer to pick off this army camp, and it would have been a lot less close. But luckily, the Clash of Clans gods were looking down on me and smiling. These wizards went right past the elixir thing that was, or the collector that was about to get zapped, and they went to the army camp and took that out. So instead of a 2-star 99, I did get the 3-star 100, which was pretty awesome. So that was the first attack, and just really concentrating on a couple of different things. You know, getting that jump spell down, getting to the right spot with my king, getting rid of that queen, clearing the CC without losing too much DPS, and getting those hogs down and hitting the heal spells. The other one, if you look here, we got a couple people that didn't attack, but if you look for base number 5, we've got 1, 2, 3. Is that it? I thought there were more people that attacked this base. Nonetheless, there were a lot of people that were really just baffled by this base, and I mean, the base looks pretty straightforward. You know, if you come in, both expos are set on the ground, and if you come from air over here, the only problem is that like you need some back-end DPS, which you can always drop a couple loons as soon as you get through this main part. But there's a couple different ways to tackle this base, especially in the air, and people were just having trouble go wiping it, or go wee-weeing it, because, you know, with these openings, the golems go off track and you never get to the middle, even if you jump spell here. So, we already had one, so instead of securing an easier star, I went after this base, and I didn't have a whole lot of time to plan, but I knew that I could drop a heal spell with 8 hogs, and I could get these 3. And that was all I cared about up top. I didn't really care about the archer towers. I think I ended up getting those too. But then once that happens, I'm going to drop 1 hound. I have 3 hounds for 2 defenses, because I'm dropping 1 to tank, and I'm pretty sure because this is like a symmetrical base, he's probably got like air traps littered all over this shit. So I'm just dropping 1 hound to get it going, to like take out all those traps, and then I'm dropping my loons in from behind, and as soon as my loons go, I'm dropping my next hounds, the one in the CC and my other hound, and putting the rage spell down, and then I'm also going to drop my king and queen right here in hopes that my king will race into the queen and take her out. So that's the setup for this base. I start by dropping a couple archers, taking out those wayward defenses. 8 hogs, drop the heal spell, and I mean this works about as good as I could have hoped. I didn't know if there were going to be any traps there. There ended up not being, and I ended up getting all of that up top. So you'll see me drop 1, and then right away I'm dropping my loons. I'm going to drop my king and my queen, and then I'm going to drop 2 more. Drop other loons on the other sides, and then rage. So my 1 hound did die, and I was okay with that, because I wanted him to tank anyway. And at this point, we got the rest of everything just kind of running through the middle of the base here. Had a couple more for the ends. And in the end, I mean, it just ended up being a very easy base to come in from the air. I got a lot of value out of the heal spell. So for 1 heal spell and for 8 hogs, I got 5 defenses, two of which were anti-airs. So I feel like the value there was really good. And as you can see here, we got the rest of the cleanup going. Let's speed this up. So that was a pretty decent attack that I was happy with the result. Obviously, 3-star, plenty of troops in there. But that's really just taking a look at you know, what is the weakness of the base and how can we improve, you know, what we're doing to really take advantage of what a base's weakness is. So certainly that's kind of what we went for, or what I went for there, and I was able to take advantage. So very happy with that. So the next war. So we just finished up this war. Did pretty well here. And despite missing on this number 10 base a lot, I kind of wish I would have had an attack at the end to take on that base, as it seems to have caused a lot of people trouble. But instead, I hit base 8 and 7. So another base, not max. Anti-airs, or the anti-air defenses are a little low. But again, I notice a few things about this base that stand out. One, if I can get into this section, I should be able to get an anti-air and the queen, which is super important for me. I also can create a nice little wedge, which is kind of what I'm going for, and then I can come around the base. Backside here on the air sweeper, which will not do so much for my opponent. The only thing that I was really worried about here was I understand how the wizards work, and if I drop a wizard here, 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 and here, you know, they're going to come in and they're going to target this, and this next. But then after they target that, they're going to come out here. And this guy is going to come here and then come out here. So I know that going in to this attack, if that these wizards on the outside are already a lost cause. So I really am trying to focus on making sure that at least these 2 wizards, and maybe even the last 2, because I have 6, trying to get them right in the middle, because I want as much coming in, jumping over these 2 walls, and then coming in. Let's make a Pokeball out of it. Yeah. And then coming in here and getting rid of the queen, getting rid of the anti-air, getting rid of the wizard tower. So that's really the plan. And I know that I'm giving up a couple wizards. I thought about trying to somehow carve out this as well to keep these wizards going towards the middle, but I didn't really see a cost-effective solution to that. So unfortunately, I didn't go with that. But then at the end, you know, because I've got 21, you know, I'm pretty sure I went 3 loons, 3 loons, 3 loons, lava hound here. So lava hound 3, 3, 3, and then a lava hound here, and then 2 here. So that's gonna come here. That's gonna come here. These are gonna come over here. Then I have 2 for here, 2 for here, 2 for here, 2 for here, and then maybe like 2 more for there, so that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Maybe like 2 here as well to see if I can try to get into there. So I've already plotted out in my mind like how these loons are going to work. The base is set up symmetrically, which is bad for my opponent, because I really feel like I have a good beat on where things are going to pop up. I assumed that the double bombs are probably right here. If this base was built somewhat correctly, double bombs right here, double bombs right here, and then Tesla's, you know, maybe here, 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 and here. So that's kind of what I was thinking. And I don't remember if if that's what ended up happening. But we're going to go ahead and play this attack. So we drop the golem down. Go the outside in first because I'm trying to get them to come towards the middle. And then this happens. And I'm going to make a video on this. But that jump spell looks like it's covering everything. And it isn't. So that's a problem. But I don't panic. And that's one of the other keys of Clash of Clans and war attacks is if something doesn't go your way, don't panic. See if you can figure out how to still salvage the attack or at least make it a 2-star. Or, you know, at least get something out of the attack. Whether, you know, if everything is completely boned, at least get, like, a good scout for your next guy, like, you know, see what's in the clan castle or anything. But, I mean, don't panic right away. See if you can still get that 3-star. And I noticed that both the king and the rock monster here are hitting the wall, and I assumed that they would jump over the next piece because that's a jump spell. And I don't know why they didn't jump over the first piece. But they sure enough jumped over that one. There's one of the bombs. We go ahead and pop the king, and we take down the queen. Now this is where I get a little bit lucky because, like I said, I mean you got to stay composed in an attack. I knew I was going to lose my wizards outside, and I lost all of them because, I mean, the jump spell would have helped save a couple, I think, in the middle. But because the jump spell, I guess, was glitched or something, I have no idea. I go in a little early, and this is still up, and I think it gets a couple shots off. It gets 1, 2, 3 shots off, but the lightning spell, luckily I put the lightning spell pretty close to it, and the lightning spell did end up getting the rest of it, which allowed this attack to continue pretty nicely. So we got the second rage spell down now. We've got the loons that were in the middle of the base doing some work. We got the lava pups that are going to take out some of these wizards. And at this point, we just kind of overwhelmed with loons here. My last hound is going to pop right there. Get those pups going. And we have got a lot of loons still left to deal with this base. So, again, I mean, you picked out the weaknesses. And again, right, like I said, the Teslas were in the middle, the double bombs outside. You know, the base was very symmetrical, very easy to understand. My attack was a little wayward after that jump spell. Didn't jump. But, you know, you stick with the attack and you don't panic. You still try to keep getting what you want out of the attack. You keep pushing forward and then hopefully you get that result. So I was happy with that result. And then the last attack that I had. Last attack before I put the queen back to bed. Another base that is very tight. Better anti-airs on this base. I think a better king, better queen. I don't remember what the last one was. Luckily for me, one of our other members tried to hog this base, and he got close. Just he was a little bit off on his attack, and you know, that kind of sucked, but he did scout the base really well for me. As far as are there double bomb spots in the middle, what's in the clan castle, I also spotted 2 skeleton traps right here that I've got this 1 barb for. Figure that's a pretty good trade. But the plan here is 1 giant, and then four times hogs. And we're just going to come in, get this, and then really just cut the base. So my hogs are going to run this way. So this line of hogs is going to run there. This line of hogs is going to run there, here. And this line of hogs is going to run here, here. And I'm also going to have a few hogs at on the end to come here and here. So that's the plan, right? Heal spell here. Heal spell here. Heal spell here. Because I know there's a lot of stuff here. So the plan is 2 golems. Once it's a golem phase, golem there. A wizard line for each of these. Wall breakers to break open both of these at the same time. Get the golems coming here and here. I didn't take the jump spell because I said fuck the jump spell after my last one. But then the king, the queen, right here. Going after that queen, and as soon as the queen's locked down, we're going to let the hogs rip. and let the front wave go. My first part of the attack continue to hopefully distract the defenses as the hogs come in from behind. So that's the plan. Got the lightning spell because I was, like I said, I got a good scout, and I knew that the only thing in the clan castle were archers. And then with the one barb that I used to pull the skeleton trap, I'm going to be able to get rid of that skeleton trap with the lightning spell as well. So we're able to go ahead and get that one defense. There's a one little spot right here for my archer, in between both archer towers to pull over. You'll see once the archers get here, I'm going to drop a barb. That's going to pop both traps, and then I'm going to drop another archer just to pull those traps over. Now, there's another thing I should mention. If you haven't seen any of the videos on it, the lightning spell in Clash of Clans, the pattern of the lightning spell is not random. You know when you lay it, it zaps, and then it kind of zaps a couple more times, depending on what spell it is that you played it. So if it's the first spell that you play it, the second spell, the third spell, the fourth spell, or the fifth spell, it has a different pattern of where the other lightning strikes are. And you can look up this, there's a whole bunch of information. Somebody put it on Reddit, and there's information and videos out there. But I knew that if I'm using my first spell, the pattern is kind of a diagonal like this. Kind of. I mean, it's like a strike here, 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 and a strike here. Kind of. I mean, when you look it up, you'll actually see that it's a little different than that, but kind of the diagonal type thing. So I try to get them mostly in a diagonal, and I knew that one extra archer would bring these guys down a little bit more, and that's when we're just going to go ahead and drop the lightning spell right on them. And you can see we get all of them. So then we drop double golems. I'm dropping them on the outside so the mortar and cannon fire does not hurt the wall breakers. King Queen down maybe a little bit early. Didn't really place the wall breakers well enough. And this is another situation where it's like, okay, don't panic. Everything's okay. Luckily the walls are pretty crappy enough that you're going to be able to plow through them pretty quickly here. So all I have to do is wait for the walls to open. The attack isn't over yet. And I'm just going to let my king take a little bit of damage. Let him take a little bit of damage. And as soon as that wall's open, boom, let's go. Let's run. He's running right for that queen because she's a hoe. Knock her face in. And now I'm not even waiting. The rest of my DPS right here is still going in. And I'm starting the line drop on in the backside. Again, here, here, here. And we've got these four that are going to come in here. So there's no waiting. We're just gonna go ahead. I'm keeping tabs on my queen's health as I'm looking at the healing spells. We got the healing spell 1 down. We're gonna put healing spell 2 down. I should be bringing in those 4 extra hogs. There they go. The front wave is still going. Still gotten some DPS out. We're gonna drop that last heal spell right over here. I know there's big bombs right in each of these spots, so I want to make sure that I'm healing the hogs as soon as they each trip one. So when they trip a different one right in the middle, it doesn't kill them. And there's that. Now, the one frustrating thing about this attack is all these hogs turn around to attack the town hall, except, I don't know, 1 or 2 hogs. And the king's just going ham right now on my hogs. So I ended up having, I don't know, 6 or 7 or whatever, how many hogs I had here. And by the time this whole exchange is done and my king tries to save some of them, I've got one lonely hog rider left. Luckily for me, I've got plenty of DPS. The queen's still doing work, deciding that she'd rather hit a wall instead of running outside, but I got plenty of time. So as the cleanup crew rolls on, we pick up another 3-star. So that's the last 2 wars. 4 attacks, 4 3-stars. Makes 8 in a row. So I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable. Videos from a month or 2 ago where I was I was really struggling trying to get the idea down, or really seeing where's the 3-star entry to the base. How many troops am I gonna need for this, that, or the other thing? What can I do to maximize my chances of getting a 3-star? All these things, that are part of the learning curve, and finally it seems to be paying dividends. Now I said I got the queen; she's going up to 19. She's sleeping, so My streak will probably end this next war just because, you know, I gotta fight with one hand tied behind my back, and it's really amazing. I mean, the queen does a lot of work, and you can see it in some of these attacks. You know, like that last attack, she still alive at the end, full force, and she took out pretty much a whole side by herself, which was nice. So probably gonna have to dial it back, and I don't know if I'll make any videos unless I'm really proud of a king, like a queenless attack, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be an uphill battle, and I've already you know, tried to reach on bases where I shouldn't have without my queen and failed miserably. So just gonna try to play it safe. Gonna keep trying to get those 3 stars, understanding troop pathing, making sure my troops are going where I want them to go. And then just cleaning up bases as well as I can. So thanks for tuning in. Always appreciate it. If you have any comments, you can leave them below, and I will catch you later. See ya!